Alright, so today I'm going to be doing a review on the Halo 5 action figures. Now, I've had my hands on a few of these before. I had the Tanaka, the Locke, the unhelmeted Locke, and the Fred. I don't have Kelly or any of the Master Chief ones yet. I'm still trying to get my hands on those. Now, the Locke and a few of the other ones, the unhelmeted Locke and the Centauri and the Technician and the blue and white Athlon are exclusives to specific stores. Now, most of you already know about these. These have been out since August. Now, I've been hunting down this yellow Athlon for a while, and I finally found it. Now, the thing is that I don't open the ones that have names because they're characters from the actual game. So the character action figures, I'm not even gonna really much touch on them because the ones that I am gonna open are basically repaints. Now, this Spartan Athlon, the yellow one, it was repainted and basically made the Spartan Athlon for Toys R Us. That's practically what it is, but which I have no quarrel with. It's actually a very good idea, business-wise. And it was given, different guns. Not too sure which guns come with the blue Athlon, but if I find one, I'll go ahead and open it up and do it as well. Now, today when I finally found this, I found it at Target. I actually happened to find something interesting. I found a Spartan Helljumper and a Spartan Buck. Now, the thing that's interesting about these is they're not on sale yet. So why or how Target even put them out there, ahead of time before they're even on sale is, beyond me. It's actually, I guess I got lucky. Now, as you can see, all these, different action figures are supposed to come with a rec pack for Halo 5. None of them have it, only because I've removed them just because I can use them on Halo 5. I play Halo 5 a lot. Now, this is my first toy review, and I'm probably going to go into little details. And the Spartan Helljumper, which is practically a repaint off of the Spartan Jump, is, I guess one of my favorites. I'm an ODST fan, and the Helljumper is practically, upgrade from the ODSTs. Now, all the Halo 5 toys, all these toys, I'm pretty sure even the Ezio and the different, Assassin's Creed ones have this easily removable tape on the back of the packaging. So they have one that spans from here at the bottom of the packaging all the way up here to the top of the plastic, as well on the other side. Now, they're easily removable. If you're one of those people that doesn't like tearing the wrapper or the packaging of the actual toy, it's pretty easy for you because as you're removing it, it doesn't peel off anything. It might tear the tape a little, and the tape will just end up staying on there, but you can easily peel it off without tearing the packaging. Now, what I'm going to be talking about today is the Spartan Helljumper. These boxes are fairly easy to open. They're, the only part of the packaging you end up tearing is the bottom part back here, but other than that, it's extremely easy, and you can pull it out and practically, have it ready. Now, one thing that I found, I guess it's not much of a problem for me, just for other people, I guess kids who want to play these. Pulling it out of this is kind of difficult. You got the guns and the weapons, they're easy to pull out. But the actual toy itself, it's pretty stuck in there. So you're gonna have to pop it out, and any little toy, you're gonna end up popping it out anyways. It's got the little wrapper. I already took it off. There's a little string attached to it, which is good. Now, the packaging says 27 points of articulation, 27 moving parts. So far, I count the head, that's 1. The upper body, that's 2. The arm, 3. 4. The elbow, 5. 6. The wrist, 7 and 8. And then, of course, the legs, 9, 10. The thighs, the waist. And then the knees, 11 and 12. The ankles, 13, 14. And of course, you have the little toes. You can actually move the toes. That's actually interesting. I've never actually seen a toy you can move the toes on, which actually I kind of loving that. And so I guess that's what I count. 18, and you have I guess these are counted as moving parts as well. So I'm not really sure how they're counting 27 moving parts. Probably some other inner parts inside the joints that are moving. Either way, it's pretty interesting. Now, the toy itself is actually really nice design. I love the design on this. The ODS, I prefer the ODST design with the little mid pack in the middle and the little gear on the chest. But this is actually like a Spartan gun ODST or an ODST gun Spartan. It's really on point, especially since most ODSTs are now Spartan 4s at this point in the storyline of the game. Now, I love the helmet. It's got that ODST look, but then it's also got the additional oxygen tank, look on the side around the helmet. Of course, with the AI interface in the back, the neural implants. It's not too much detail onto that, but it's got the circle around it. Now, another thing I've noticed is it's got the little packaging down here. So you got like little packets on your leg, so you can carry, like, I don't know, first aid kit, some ammo, additional equipment they might need. Which is interesting because, seeing that, Spartans, all they really carry is a weapon and ammo, not any additional resources. Now, the weapons are actually pretty nice. I like this. Now, so one thing I've noticed is that the SMG, you can remove this little thing right here, this little squiblet. I'm not really sure what that is. But what you can use it for is, let's say you're going to use the Spartan with a different weapon. You go ahead and put this in the back. There's a hole in the back, which actually I kind of like that idea, because you can just stick it back there and something like that, I guess. Yeah, there you go. And the Spartan just reaches for the back. Now this one keeps falling off easily. I'm not sure if this is just this particular model, this particular toy, or if they're all like that. Maybe just this gun. It's probably just this specific toy. McFarlane is usually really good about making their other toys, at very high quality. So I actually like this. Now, I don't think it comes off on the sword. It doesn't look like it. But now I do gotta say though, this whole sword thing is not fitting it. Now, the sword in the game, as everybody already should know, it retracts into this little handlebar. This little handlebar, I guess, usually goes on the thigh. So it wouldn't make sense if the handlebar, if it came with an extra handlebar and the sword, and the handlebar you can stick on the thigh, and the sword just keep it aside, and whenever you're gonna use it, whenever. Another thing that I found is that this hand is not really that giving with holding on to that the sword handle right there. It's not. It's hard to put in. Actually, yeah, you can put it in. It's just fairly hard. There you go. You've got it in. But then again, it doesn't have that good grip on the sword. It's only got that little nub on the side. So one thing I guess I would recommend for McFarlane, which I wouldn't, because there's really good toys anyways. Collectors, you just put them up on the wall, and kids, they end up messing with it anyways. Now, one thing you can do is Playmates had these Spock action figures for a while back, where you can remove the hand, just pop it off, and stick in there another hand with a Vulcan hand symbol. Now, in this case, I would suggest making a hand already attached to the sword, and then popping off the hand, popping in the hand with the sword. There, voila, you have the hand with the sword. Other than that, I guess there's too much money on just one specific model. I guess it makes sense if you're going to have more models with sword. This is the only model I've seen so far with the sword, the Spartan HELLJUMPER. Even with the older ones, they all had a DMR, a battle rifle, a shotgun, assault rifle. I'm not really seeing any other difference on the weapons. The newer one, like Buck, he's got that, what does he have? The Hydra, he's got the Hydra launcher, which is actually pretty cool. I like the design of the Hydra launcher. But even then, there's really no sword. Even with the Hydra launcher, I'm pretty sure you can fit, the Buck's hand in there somehow. Again, I'm not going to open this one because it's a character name. Now, as I'm looking through this is a really good deal. Now, I know I said there were repaints, but it looks like they actually just made the actual model and then just divided them and then painted one way and painted the other way, because as I look at the buck, even through the packaging, it's the exact same design, the exact same thing, which makes sense since Buck is a HAL jumper. So I mean, there's really not much of a difference as to what Buck's armor, which I would assume was a custom-made armor in the video game anyways, compared to other HAL jumpers. I don't see any difference between that one and this one. And you know, if I take a look at, you know, an Athlon, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna find much of a difference. Actually, I'm not gonna find any difference besides color schematics on this Athlon and the blue Athlon, or one of the newer red Athlons. Even with the Spartan Hermes, I doubt I'm gonna find a difference between the Spartan Hermes and the Spartan Kelly. Now, what I really love about this is the little knife sheath it has right there. You know, the new shoulder plates. It's got the awesome touch. It's amazing. I really can't say nothing negative about it besides, you know, the whole hand with the sword thing. But other than that, you know, it's pretty hard to. You're gonna play with a kid. You know, a kid usually what do? They just, you know, get them like this and pow pow pow, right? They don't really worry much about what the actual character is gonna do, like what stances and everything. So I guess McFarlane's got spot on that part. Now, another thing is that you can't really, like I said, stances, you can't really move much on the thighs. The upper thigh is actually pretty hard to move around. So, you know, it just goes back and forth, in and out, in and out. So if you're gonna put it in a kneeling stance where you know, 1 foot out, the other 1 foot down, I mean, you can't really fold the feet that way. It's not that, it wasn't meant for that. So at the very most, you can have it standing. You can have it standing, you know, have the sword down or sword up. But there's not much room for stance or positioning. So if you're gonna get, like, let's say 10 HAL jumpers and put them in different positions and then have them fight each other or whatever, it's not gonna happen. But like I said, these are either for kids or collectors. And me myself, I find myself in between. I collect them, but I also kind of play with them. I have a whole bunch of the Mega Block ones at home, and man, they're awesome. So other than that, this toy is spot on. It's great. You know, if you're a cosplayer like me, I made my own ODST costume. You know, this can be used great for design. You can just take a look at it. You know, look at all the different edges, all the different little cuts and curves around here, and you can see how, you know, the armor is placed. And it's really great for cosplayers if they're going to use a model in order to, you know, make one of these. I might actually just make the upper body itself, because it looks like it's got the HAL jumper legs is extremely similar to that of the ODST legs. Now the only difference will probably be the calves instead of the thighs. I think I found something in here. I think you can put this in here. I'm not too sure. Yeah, you can. You can put your sword right there. There you go. That's a good one. But you know, you're gonna cut your foot off on that. Even then, I guess you can just put this little gun right here on the side. There you go. Your gun on the side. Kind of a little wobbly though. Put this one in the back. Although it doesn't make sense in the actual game having your sword like that. It's like a little jetpack. Ooh. But it's a really good design. I love it. I give it a 9 out of 10. It's really great. I'm gonna go home and play with this right now, because I'll probably pull out a tank or something and just play with it. Yeah.